What's good, YouTube? Nandy94 here, and this time it is Valentine's Day. Originally, I had planned to play some dating sims, but then I was browsing on my Twitter and found that, well, ESO decided that it was going to create its own dating sim. So I'm going to play. I'm a straight guy, and the only guy, or the only chick that's in here is Naryu, or Nasyu. I'm not entirely sure, because that is some cursive ass shit that I cannot read. But I will be going back into the window to grab both of these two as well. Just so you get the full game. You stand awkwardly on a cobblestone street of Balmora as Naryu looks you up and down with scrutinizing eye. She invited you to the House Lawn Masquerade Ball tonight, hosted by important Halalu counselor, but hasn't told you why she brought you along. The dark elf circles you once, assessing your ball attire. After a moment, she gives a satisfied hum of approval and comes to stand across from you once again. Well, well, you certainly clean up nicely, don't you, hero? You look divine. Every eye will be on you tonight. I know I haven't exactly been forthcoming with about what we're doing here, but I assure you it's all well in hand. You just need to stand around and look enticing while I work. Should be easy for you. Think you can handle that? Eh. If it means I get to spend more time with you, then sure. Well, aren't you sweet? And here I was thinking I'd have to twist your arm to get you into formal wear. Lady, you're not even wearing formal wear. Don't try to be fucking coy. Anyway, the job is simple. It requires little effort on your part. I invited you to play a very small but vital role in tonight's proceedings. I trust you, and my trust is not something easily gained, so don't screw this up. If all goes well, I should be done inside an hour. Then you can relax and enjoy the party if you so choose. I'd rather dance with you. Oh? You are always full of surprises, my darling. I suppose I could arrange that after my business is done. I imagine you'll have to chase away the other swits lining up to ask you, won't I? Maybe we should practice for good measure. This is quite an important social event. It won't do to embarrass ourselves. Naryu steps closer to you, one hand. Why am I using this voice for fucking narration? Naryu steps closer to you, and one hand coming to rest on your waist, the other on your shoulder, she presses close and stares deeply into your eyes, a smirk curling her lips. She leans in a little so you can feel her breath on your bottom lip. You feel a sharp edge against your side and realize she's pulled her dagger. It lingers at your ribs for a moment before Naryu laughs and pulls away from you. Her red eyes glitter with amusement and something more. You know, I asked you here because you'd never let me down. I don't have many people I can count on, so I keep the ones I'm reasonably certain are about close. But if I'm being completely honest, I asked you here for another reason. Some deluded fantasy about the two of us dancing in each other's arms, drink on wine, retiring to some secluded hallway where I press you up against the wall and our hands are all over each other, and if that's as stupid as it sounds, I need you to tell me right now, hero. It's not stupid, I want that too. You've made me blush. Are you happy with yourself? You and that lovely nose of yours, mouth and everything. A shiver runs through you. Oh, that was a cool little effect. Shame that they don't have, like, sound. Let's get this done quickly, hero. Then we can start on that delicious fantasy of mine. I can hardly wait. In fact, I think a taste of what's to come may be appropriate. It'll give me something to think about while I'm working. Naru suddenly presses you back against the wall of the Randy Netch Inn you're standing in front of, and brings her body close to yours. Her expression is unreadable. She's either going to kiss you or kill you, and you can't quite tell the difference. I'm not sure if that should be scary, or I'm not sure if I should be scared or aroused, or both. Both is good. You grab her hips. She's surprisingly soft. Her mouth hovers inches from yours, and she chuckles low, sending shivers across your body. You lose yourself in the moment, savoring every second. Congratulations! The Mother of Blades has a special place in her heart just for you. Okay, so it is Nario. It's been a while since me and the gang has played ESO. My laptop doesn't have enough memory for it, and we're planning on rectifying that when income tax comes in. I am, however, going to tweet about it, and then we're going to play some more. This time, however, we're going to play with everyone's favorite Khajiit, Razim Dar. Out of breath and soaked with the rain, you and Razim Dar take refuge in a cozy tavern across a treacherous chase. You outran your latest enemy, and for what feels like the first time in weeks, you finally have a moment to breathe. You're in a back room, warming yourself by a roaring fire while Raz speaks to the innkeeper about preparing your rooms. After a few minutes, the Khajiit appears in the doorway with drinks in hand. He flashes you a smile as he sits beside you. That was a close one, yes? Closer than Raz is usually comfortable with. But we should be safe here, as long as we lie low, enjoying the drink, and perhaps one another's company. I'm sorry, I cannot do a good Khajiit rasp to save my ass, so you're going to have to deal with my normal voice. The innkeeper was a bit suspicious, so Raz told him the two of us are recently married, deeply in love, and on our honeymoon. The man said we make a beautiful couple, which of course Raz already knew. Oh god, this is beautiful. This is a fucking beautiful game. This one hopes you do not mind. I don't mind. Fucking love this. Raz knew you would approve. It will be fun to pretend, yes? Perhaps you could sit on Raz's lap to help convince everyone, huh? At any rate, Raz is glad we made it here and that you are unharmed. It is a relief to have a moment to rest and to know that we are safe after so many days of uncertainty. We should enjoy it while it lasts. Raz almost wishes we were a young married couple without a care in the world. No responsibilities, no duties to uphold, nothing to concern our hearts with but our love for each other. I wish that too, Raz. You do? Raz is surprised. You never mentioned such a thing before. He is not complaining, of course. I don't know where that came from. I kind of rolled the R there. This one will admit he did not intend to become so fond of you, but he has. Raz often catches himself staring at your figure in crowded rooms, picturing you and him together in much less crowded spaces. Perhaps you have had the same problem? Raz grins and moves his chair closer to yours. Your shoulders brush, and you feel the warmth of his closeness against you. His hand drifts along your knee, his claws catching softly against the fabric there. He chuckles in your ear, sending shivers down your spine before pulling away. Say what you will about our adventures together. Raz cannot deny he has enjoyed himself. We've had much excitement, yes? Not all of it good, but not all of it bad either. Raz has worried through his fair share of it. You tend to be a source of distraction for him. Raz did not expect someone so stimulating or attractive to come into his life after all. This one begins to suspect his little lie about the two of us being married was a bit more indulgent on his part than he first admitted. Perhaps he has fallen for you, despite his best efforts. What do you think? I think you're an idiot. I'm not gonna say that to him. I think you look incredibly handsome right now. Aha! Raz thinks so too. But hearing you say it excites him in a way that is most intoxicating. You are a wondrous, endlessly surprising creature. Did you know that? By the moons. Raz leans forward, closing the distance between the two of you. This close, you can smell the damp leather of his armor and see the flames of the fire dancing in his green eyes. Long has this one wished to stare into your eyes like this. A shame we waited this long. Of course, our adventures are far from over. Raz knows there is much in store for us still. Now come, if we keep our friendly innkeeper unsuspecting, the young couple should retire to their room for the night, yes? Raz chuckles softly, his eyes flashing with amusement. His gaze traces your face fondly for a moment, as if he hopes to memorize you before he stands. He offers you his room with a dashing grin and keeps you close to his side as the two of you climb the stairs and adjourn to your room for the night. Razumdar might be the eye of the queen, but you're the apple of his eye. Okay, whoever created this idea for a Valentine's special website thing is like either incredibly fucking horny or just knows the fandom is also incredibly fucking horny. Alright, Darian. Which is this? Somerset? Yeah, I think this is the Somerset one. While exploring outside the Shimmerine with Darien, a small summer squall hits the island. You take refuge in an old damp ruin with the Golden Knight to wait out the storm. Darien makes a fire and peels off his soaked shirt, laying it against a nearby wall. I cannot talk words today. He rifles through the pack he brought for the journey, procuring a loaf of bread, some cheese, and an unanticipated bottle of wine. He pops the cork with his teeth and grins. So this is fun, a little unexpected, but most good things in life are. We have wine too, a relatively dry place to stay, and one another's fine company. What could be better? I'm almost glad this storm hit. I've been meaning to ask you to grab a drink anyway. And I must say, you look quite good, soaking wet. And you look good shirtless as always. Why, thank you. You should join me. It's really quite freeing. Really, though, this isn't so bad. Things could be worse. Neither of us are wounded. No great evil is breathing down our necks for once. And we have nothing to do and nowhere to be until the storm clears. If only there was a bit more entertainment, a bard to play us a lovely song and set the mood, maybe. I suppose we'll have to entertain ourselves for the time being. Any ideas? You could make good on all that flirting. And here I was going to suggest that I sit here and flex for you until you were quivering with desire. Your idea is much better. My voice cracked there. I don't know why. Let me just grab a drink for all this thirst I'm feeling. Stay hydrated, kids. Drink water. Of course, if you'd like to circle back to that, feel free to let me know. I missed that later, but I don't fucking care. Darian slides closer to you. There's laughter in his eyes as they roam over your face and figure with delight. But the more he stares at you, the more serious his expression becomes. He reaches up, brushing the calloused pad of his thumb against your cheek. He's so close now you can see droplets of rain beaded across his bare chest like jewels. We've gone through a lot together, haven't we? I find myself dreaming about you more often. Most of the time they're nice dreams, you in tight leathers, me in a steaming bath, but sometimes they're not so nice. Sometimes I lose you, and it scares me more than I care to admit. Tell me, do you feel the same? I'd have to be an idiot to have feelings for someone like you. Nah, I feel the same way. I don't want to lose you. I play too many dating sims to know which one's the right choice. Huh. I know I should say something heartfelt and perhaps even poetic right now, but all I can think about is your mouth and how nice it is. Wha Okay, the first two animations were hearts. Why is his bread? Why don't I remember him? Maybe we should just stay here and even after the storm passes, tell everyone that we got hopelessly lost and just spend a few days lying out here in the grass, caressing each other to our heart's content. Of course, there'd be no one to save the world if we went missing, so I suppose we'll just have to take advantage of the time we have now. Darian moves closer, his hand trailing at your waist before pulling you flush against him with his impressive strength. You feel the hard, muscled plane of his body pressed against your soaked clothes as his warmth surrounds you. He flips damp hair out of his eyes and then presses his forehead against yours, his laughter lost in the pounding rain as the storm crashes down around you. Oh, fucking god, that's actually pretty fucking cute. He loves you. You and Darian have a special bond. There, I've played all of the games. If you enjoy all of the dating, if you enjoyed this Valentine's Day special episode, 3 videos are going up. This will be the first. Please leave a like down below. Comment if you have any game suggestions for me to play with me or the group. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, God, that was awesome.